Okay, so that's the first thing from Rocky Mountain Way by Joe Walsh. We have this E chord. We got a 7 on the A string, then 9, 9, 9. We can also use the big E string. We're going to hit it twice. And then we're going to come in with one of those little honky tonk riffs. So we have the power chord of the E, 7 and 9. We jump to that 11 on the D string. So we got a... So you kind of got a E bass note between those different chords. So we got... You could do like one more little E right before it starts, like a... Okay, so that goes 8 times to get the thing started. And then we're going to have this D chord. So we do the D chord, 5, 7, 7, 7, and we go to the E bass note each time in between. So D to E. And we kind of have a little, the honky tonk thing again. So we got... And there's a little thing where you can slide that chord down to the D before you hit the D again. So it's like... Okay, so at the end of that, on that fourth one, we got... So we had an E bass note before we went into the A power chord. And we have one of those little bluesy bends on that G note there to the E power chord. So we got... So we do that several times. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So we have an open and 3 on the big one. To the 4, that's going to move us to the A honky tonk thing. So that's like 2 bars of the A. Okay, so let's go back over that verse thing we had. We do that 4 times. The 4th time we go 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. A honky tonk, 2 bars, and then the E honky tonk. Back to A. B power chord. And then at the end of that, I'm kind of going chord, chord, bass, chord, chord, bass, chord, chord. The last one you could do like have an open before the D comes in. So. And that does it's like 4 times, and you're back to. So we got all that stuff. Okay, so we do that for a while, then we're gonna get into the solo. So before this solo, there's like it kind of chills out for 4 bars. You just boom, to boom, boom, to boom, to boom. And then we have the talk box solo. So I'm not gonna use the talk box here, but we're gonna do that solo. So we got. Okay, so that's the first part. Let's break that down. So we got the big E, then we're sliding into the 7 on the E to the D here. So we're gonna kind of staccato that D and then hit it again and slide it down. And that was just an open to the 5. So 5, 5. And then I'm kind of going to the E and sliding up to the 6 here. And then going 5, 7. Quick slide, 6 to 5, 3, 0. So I had a little open before I slid into that 6. So the only thing different really there is you got 3 5s. So we got the 7 5, 5, oh, 5 5 5, oh. We got a hammer there, and then we're gonna go 5 3 0. And then we got a hammer on 5 7 to the 5 here. Hold that one. So but this one started with a 5 7, and then 7 5 7, 7 again to 5, half step slide, get to the 3, come back with the. So that one's a little different. 7 5 5 5 3 0. So all of that part again we got. So this is the new part. We got the 5 3. We got a 2, 5 and 3, and then 2 on the B string to 4 on the G string. So we got. So this one starts with 5 on the B. Hit the 3 here, and then bend this 5 up. Hit it again while it's up. Then bend it down, pull off to the 5. So we got. Now that time we had a little 4 on the G string before this. 2 4. Now we're gonna get into sliding into the 4 and the G with the 3 here on the B. So you got one of those deals. Then we're jumping up to this 10 on the B string. So from these 10 bends, we got. So let's take a look at that. We got 5 sets. Take that 10 down. Got that 7 on the G, and then we got 7 9 on the D. 3 of these bends on the small E on the 10. Then we're going to take one down and go to the 7. We got kind of an up and down on this 10. Pull off to that 8. 10, 8, and then we're going to have. So we're going to have an 8 to start this off, and then we start bending this 10 on the second string to the 7. We got like 6 of those. So we got the 10 down here, and then 17, bend this 10, regular 10, and then up and down on that one, second string. Get to the 8 and then the 9, and then we got. Okay, and that's the end of that solo. The slide solo begins. We're not going to do the slide on this lesson. He's in open E if you wanted to try that out. So If you were doing Statesboro Blues on the slide, you'd have that same kind of tuning, and you could try it out some Rocky Mountain Way. So once again, on this solo, we're looking at the end from the bends here. And then we're back to the A. Like I say, slide solo to E. A. B. So it keeps doing that and it fades out. So that's Rocky Mountain Way by Joe Walsh. Hope you dug that. That'll have 3 pages of tabs to go along with it. And like I say, it has the solo, the talk box solo in the middle of the tune, but it doesn't have any slide. So maybe I'll do another lesson one of these days on all the slide parts from Rocky Mountain Way. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you soon.